I haven't wanted much in life. But if I could change one thing, it would be what happened about a month ago.
My name is Brian Alder. I'm a businessman of sorts. Basically, I'm good with people. Names, dates, accounts, things like that.
Right now I'm sitting in a holding facility just outside Boulder, Colorado. It's the perfect location for the government to hide the men and women they find to be a threat. Close enough to NORAD, yet in a seemingly peaceful place like Boulder, no one would ever suspect a thing. They say I'm a threat to national security.
When in actuality, I'm about as threatening as unattended baggage at the airport. See that guy? That's over my left shoulder? Yeah, the guy reading the paper far too intensely. That's Officer Carlisle. I first met Officer Carlisle about a month ago, although he went by a different name then. He said that he had information for me. Information that would give me the answers I've been looking for the past 3 years. The meet was arranged at a public place. Figured it would be safer, no threat to either of us. Little did I know at the time that he was working for the FBI. Which is how I wound up in here.
I have to say, though, he did a good job. He really did put me at ease. I never saw that double cross coming.
But there's this other officer. I haven't quite caught her name yet. She comes in every morning with Carlisle, obviously his superior, or at least that's what they'd have me believe.
I've been under interrogation for several weeks now. Usually the same routine.
Carlisle comes in with his cup of coffee, followed by our officer too peppy for 6 a.m., and the questioning begins.
Sometimes they're mellow.
So, Alder, what do you think you're doing here,
You know what? Why don't you tell me?
You know we just want to help you. Right, Brian?
If you wanted to help me, you'd let me out of here instead of caging me in here like some rabid animal, worried that I might infect people with what I know.
Oh, and what is that, Brian? That's all we've been asking for this entire time. What you know, and who else you've told.
I've already told you everything. The files are on a secured network, and the only other person who could access those files is long gone by now. I've already given you the addresses and the network passwords, and you must have noticed that they've been thoroughly cleaned out.
Okay, Brian. If you don't want to cooperate with us, that's fine. Maybe we'll try back in a day or so, see if any different information you can give us. We'll see what we can use.
Think about it. Won't happen.
Sometimes they're a little more intense. You'd think after several weeks of asking me the same questions, they'd realize that I don't have the answers for them. And honestly, I don't.
See, I was working with this other person on this investigation. We sent files via a secured network to one another, trying to unravel this national conspiracy dealing with climate destabilization and alternate fuel sources.
The deeper I looked, the more holes I found, especially when it came to our government's involvement. The billions and billions of dollars spent in marketing towards fossil fuels, coupled with the miles of red tape surrounding patents for fuel cells, electric cars, and energy companies being bought up left and right, folding under the pressure of oil conglomerates. The potholes in our country's renewable energy protocol were just too large for me to pass over. So I began searching to find enough evidence to try to expose this to the world.
Every new source I found ultimately led to a dead end. Until one day, while I was researching online, I got an instant message from an unknown person asking me about my work.
I was skeptical at first.
Nervous about treading in these dangerous waters, I decided to play dumb, as if I was just starting and I hadn't uncovered much. The person then proceeded to send me link after link of information he had uncovered, and that he was already looking for my help. Over the next few months, we continued to email each other information back and forth. We kept it anonymous.
Other than screen names, mine was I Must Know the Truth 12. Theirs was Febrin 16. Of course, that was one of the first things I divulged under interrogation. I mean, it's a throwaway account, though. Untraceable.
We both knew, even though we had never met, the danger of what we were trying to uncover. So we established a system that if one of us did not respond within 48 hours via IM or email,
the other was to back up their info, shut down their accounts, and run.
And I've been filming while everyone's been asleep. I hope this will serve as a record.
What are you doing here?
Shh, I'm Febrin 16.
What are you doing?
What's it look like? Come on, let's go. Keep your voice on, we might make it out alive.
Okay, hold on.